It's Thursday, November 28th, 2019, and that makes it Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm Scott Allen Miller. This is Sheep Guarding Llama. And so today, started off the day with a whole bunch of house cleaning and moving furniture. We've got Kat and Taylor coming over around noon for Thanksgiving. They're really the only ones joining us. We're doing a pretty small thing this year. Rachel was invited, but ended up trapped at a bunch of family stuff. We're never really sure if she was going to make it over or not, and the answer was not. So Dominica was just cooking all morning and a lot yesterday, so there's just tons and tons of that going on. But we did a bunch of cleaning and had to shift the living room around and set up a dining room table and everything, and did all that kind of stuff. So we got a lot done. And the house looks pretty good. Lots of food. Kat and Taylor came over around noon, hung out for a while. We ended up eating kind of early afternoon. Food was amazing. Dominica did a stuffed seitan that she did at home that was so good. The girls loved it, way better than tofurkey. Everybody liked it, even the non-vegetarians. Really, really was good. And the girls, it's something that they would like more often, and it had like a sweet glaze on it that she has not done before. So with the stuffing and everything was great. And we had see how much I can remember. We had deviled eggs, and we had kind of a green bean thing, and we just had broccoli because that's what Chana will eat. Only if it's broccoli. You can't mix it with stuff. And we had, of course, mashed potatoes, which the girls love. We had acorn squash, and we had 3 kinds of stuffing, I think. Paul did a little bit of turkey for the meat eaters. Boy, there was quite a bit, right? It was like a full out Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know why Dominica wanted to do that much, but she did. It was excellent. I tried to restrain myself as much as reasonable, and didn't do too badly because I didn't eat anything before and I didn't have a meal afterwards. And so it was just that, which was a bit, but it wasn't too terrible. And dessert was pumpkin pie and apple pie. And of course, there's some of the brownies left over from last night, because last night was Liesel's birthday, and so we still had some of that. And homemade whipped cream, of course. And there was cranberry sauce. Sorry, I forgot that. Boy, always so many things. Even the pictures, it's hard to tell. I did get just a moment of video of the food, which hopefully I'll have captured somewhere. So we did that, and then no one could move for a while, of course. And then the big things this evening is we played Dungeons and Dragons, which we didn't do a whole bunch of, but I mean, this was the first time that Liesel's played Dungeons and Dragons, the first time that Chana has played, the first time Kat has played, the first time Taylor has played. Paul slept through it. And so it was just, so Dominica, Kat, Taylor, Liesel, and Luciana played the 5 characters. I dungeon mastered, and we did the first chapter of the starter box set adventure, which has like all the stuff built in, but we introduced them to how the dice works and how the character works, character sheets and all that stuff, and the mechanics. And they went through battles and got experience points. We did all that, and it was a lot of fun, and everybody's really looking forward to doing it again. And we're going to start a weekly game group is the plan on Wednesday nights. We will see, but that's what we're trying to do. And Liesel is just crazy excited because this was her Dungeons and Dragons birthday yesterday, and it's looking like something she's going to be really into and something we can really do as a family, which is great. And Chana enjoys it. So Chana did get frustrated with how slowly some things moved. That will get better pretty quickly because Dominica was the only one who knew how to play, and that made it really rough because just every little thing is like, well, what are we supposed to do, and how does this work? And just when you have 4 people who have questions, thank goodness it wasn't 5. When you have 4 people who have questions, yeah, they do ask the same questions that someone else would ask. But there's a lot of unique questions too. Well, why can't I, kick over this cart and, do this thing that would be physically impossible? Well, because you couldn't do that in real life, and, that kind of stuff. And well, why can't I just cast one spell after another every minute? Well, because you have a limited number of spells, and just, picture this. Would it seem reasonable? And so a lot of that stuff, a lot of just, what do we do? How does this work? Boy, this seems complicated. Oh, wait, 10 hours of explanation, and suddenly it's 1 minute of gameplay. Wow, that's not what I was expecting. But so that went over well, I think, and everyone's looking forward to it. Then we played several rounds of Throw Burrito, the board game that Paul got for Liesel for her birthday, and the girls really like that. It's a very, very fast-paced, just grabbing grabbing burritos and throwing them at each other. And that was pretty cool. I don't know how much gameplay that will get, but it's definitely very exciting. It gets your heart going, that's for sure. It's like a game of war, like the card game War meets dodgeball. It it's interesting. So that was pretty much the evening. Everybody was pretty tired after all of that. Kat and Taylor spent the night, and that was our Thanksgiving. Pretty low key in general. Just stayed home, just friends, very small group. Different than we've done in a long time. I heard 23 people made it out to Nick Tahoe's tonight, which would be awesome if we could make it. We made it last year, which was great. Really hope we can make it next year. It's hard, and this year was just impossible with everything going on. And we haven't known what's going on. We thought we were going to be going to Vegas for Christmas, but that's being pushed off. Maybe we'll do that next year, which hopefully we can start planning now so that it's easy to do next year. So we're doing regular Christmas in Houston coming up, but that's been up in the air. And with the trip to New York and just barely making it back as it was, and just so much work going on, and it's been a crazy couple weeks, and is going to be, as it always is at this season. So glad that this was pretty low key, and we didn't have to travel anywhere. It just didn't have it in me. And it's Thanksgiving, so I'm covering the shop for everybody today, which basically nothing happens on Thanksgiving, but someone has to be there to make sure that things don't catch on fire. Tomorrow is going to be absolutely insane because I cover for an actual day where we're open and we send everyone home. So I'm the only one watching the shop when we're actually open and working, which it's a slow day, but it will be crazy. I have to be up early and work all night. And then over this weekend, we normally cover the weekends. We don't do too much, but it's a weekend where we've sent everyone out. And next week is going to be crazy. Our general manager is out all week, and we have one of our engineers traveling on Monday for a conference, and just lots going on. So I'm going to be busily helping out, covering for people all next week as well, but not like tomorrow, just pretty busy. So that is our Thanksgiving here in 2019. Everyone had a good time. The girls really enjoyed the food, and see everybody tomorrow. Oh, it didn't stop recording. I totally missed. It's there.